What's good, YouTube? It's your boy KB and I'm back at it with my second video. This time we got my cousin in here and we're going to be doing a high ball fade with the slick back top. So for our first step, we're going to come in with the wall balding clippers and set our guideline just high enough to take out that C note. So right here, the little black spot left on his head is just the hair sticking to his skin. If you don't have time to shampoo your clients to help get a clean canvas, just know that you can come through with the rag, throw some alcohol or some water on it, and just wipe off the canvas to try to get a little better of a job done. Now we're going to come in with our masters all the way open and make the guideline pretty big. You want to spread your blend out a lot more for this type of fade. You don't want it really too compressed. After that, you're going to close it halfway, close it all the way, and just work that line out. Since you put it in, you want to take it out. It'll be a little easier to work that way instead of trying to come back if you're not too comfortable with leaving guidelines. And now after that open blade step, we're going to work our way down. So we're going to start off with our 2 guard all the way closed and take it up pretty high. Next step is to come in with your 1 guard. I started with it opened all the way because with the Masters purple guards, it doesn't really come with the 1.5, and this will turn into your 1.5. After that, you're going to close it all the way up and just come right back under where you left off. Don't be scared to come in right where you left, because that's the problem with people trying to fade down, is they're too scared to go up higher. But you need to be able to fit every single guard into this fade, so you got to move your work up a little more. Now we got our 0 guard halfway open, and just like the same step before, stay right under it and keep working your way down. You do want to use corners full blade if you have to, but I do my detail work during the fade, and I will come back later and detail a little bit more, but to save myself some time, I detail while I'm fading. So from the bald line to the dark line at the top, you'll notice that all of that is what will make the blend. So you can't spread out the guards too much in between each step. You got to be able to fit your 2 guard, your 1 guard, and your 0 guard all in this area. Now we come through with our masters all the way open, and we're going to work that with some lever play. So you're going to open it, close it halfway, use your corners, just whatever you can do to work that line out. So like I said before, when I do my detail work later, this is when I do it. The master blade opens up a lot wider than the other clippers, so I go with my corners, and you can take it up pretty high, because at this point you should have every guard filled in there, and your 0 guard should be pretty high already, so it's just going to do the math and blend right straight into it. Now we're coming in with our comb, and we're going to do some clipper over comb work. I use my blade all the way open, kind of like thinning shears, and I do a raking technique all the way around the head. It's a little less harsh than using the blade all the way closed, which you do have to do in a couple areas to really get the blend in there. But this is just kind of like thinning it out with a pair of thinning shears. see, he's explaining that he basically just wants most of the sideburns gone and to fade it down into the beard. He does want a little bit of a curve in there, but not too much, so that's what we're going to do. Fading the beard is just like doing a taper, so we're going to come in with our slimline pros first to set in that first bald line and take out most of that sideburn. Now we're going to come in with our shavers, and I'm not taking it all the way down to where I set my bald line with the trimmers because I do need a little stubble just to put that curve in there. And then after that, we're going to come in with our one guard open and we're going to close it up a little bit. Now we come in with that half guard, and same thing as before, just some lever play to work out that line. And after that, we're going to come in with our open blade and take it out completely. Here I'm just going with the 2 guard close, and I'm going with the grains to kind of help blend it in a little more into the beard so it can flow a lot smoother. Right here I'm coming in with my liquid razor, and then I use my blow dryer to help it dry up a lot quicker. That liquid razor is basically just another spritz to hold that hair in place and help everything hit harder. And I come in with my magic barber's pencil, and like I said last video, everybody uses theirs in different ways. I use mine to set in my first initial guideline where I'm going to put my trimmers at. For the lineup, only thing is to keep it natural and keep it sharp. Kind of a contradiction, but last thing you want to do is create a huge pushback. And just like fading, the same thing with the lineup, come through in detail a little bit. You see anything that you need to touch up, don't hesitate to do so. Now I use my Elegance hairspray, and I come through with the topic hair fibers to enhance the cut just a little bit more. As you can see, it still does look natural. The last thing you want to do with these fibers or enhancements is to make it look obvious that there's enhancement in their hair. You just like it's called, you want to enhance it just a little bit more. Now I come in with my Turkish straight razor, and the only advice I can give you here is to stretch the skin as best as you can to help avoid cutting the client. Make sure you can use the straight razor on every haircut because as you see, it adds so much more detail to that lineup. Now with this client's particular lineup, I do keep it natural, but I also try to show that it is edged up, only because he is light in a couple spots and I don't want to dig too deep into those. Same step as before, we're going to come in with the magic barber's pencil and set our initial line. When you do use your trimmers on your client's face, make sure to not put as much pressure because it is a sensitive area and you don't want to irritate the skin. Now we're going to touch up that front line with the razor and then come through on the beard and do the same thing. For the beard, it's the same steps. Just stretch the skin as much as you can because it is a sensitive area. You do want to be a lot more gentle with the blade. As you can see, I got my client blowing up his cheek because it does help you create a sharper line with the surface on his face being a little harder. And to do a good job, you got to be comfortable with your client, so don't be scared to ask them to do things like that because all you're trying to do is make sure that their haircut is at the next level, and they'll be more than happy to help you do that. Now I come in with my Babyliss shaver just to get up those excess hairs to make sure everything is nice and sharp. Got cuz looking right. So for the rest of this video, I went ahead and sped it up. It's going to be the exact same steps, so just try to follow along from what we did before, and let's see how this goes. this is the finished look, YouTube. If you guys are messing with it, go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, and follow my Instagram at KBChops. This is my second video out here, so I know I got a lot of things to work on, but I enjoy this a lot. And once again, I do really appreciate it, and I'll see y'all next time. Y'all take care.